Here's something that might bother a few of you, but it needs to be said. The people most likely to build real wealth in the next decade, they don't look like it. Not even close. They're not the loudest in the room. They're not wearing ambition on their sleeve or flooding your feed with grind content at midnight. They look, honestly, kind of unremarkable. A little detached, maybe, oddly quiet about money, almost suspiciously unbothered by things that stress everyone else out. And if you put them side by side with someone who's constantly talking about getting rich, making moves, chasing the bag, most people would bet on the wrong person. Every time. Because real wealth doesn't announce itself in advance. It announces itself on the other end. And the behaviors that lead there? They're not glamorous. They're not viral. But they're consistent, they're calculated, and they separate the people who arrive from the people who stay circling. Here are 10 of those behaviors. If you recognize yourself in most of these, you're further ahead than you think. If none of them feel familiar, stay with me, because awareness is always the first move. If success is your goal and you're ready to level up, make sure you subscribe. Every video is crafted to move you closer to the life you deserve. Number 1. They prioritize freedom over image. Most people make financial decisions to signal something to someone. A nicer car, a better apartment, upgraded everything the moment income increases. Future millionaires aren't playing that game. Their North Star isn't status, it's options. They ask themselves one question before almost every financial move. Does this expand what I can do, or does it shrink it? Options mean being able to turn down bad opportunities, walking away from toxic situations without financial panic, taking calculated risks because the floor is secure. That's the flex most people never see. Not what you own, but what you could walk away from without blinking. Every dollar tied up in maintaining appearances is a dollar that isn't building leverage. And once someone figures that out, the whole framework shifts. Quietly. Permanently. Number 2, they're comfortable making decisions slowly. In a culture that treats speed as virtue, this one gets misread constantly. Future millionaires can look passive, indecisive, even lazy to people around them. They're not. They've just figured out something most people learn too late. Urgency is almost never neutral. It almost always serves someone else's interest. A seller, a trend, a deadline someone else manufactured. So they let decisions breathe. They wait for the emotion to cool. They ask whether the same choice still makes sense a week later when no one's watching, when the excitement's gone. If it does, they move. If it doesn't, they didn't just dodge a bad call. They protected their whole trajectory. Patience isn't weakness. For future millionaires, it's the clearest signal that they trust their framework over their feelings. Number 3, they obsess over numbers that bore everyone else. Not returns, not predictions, not which stock is about to pop. The boring stuff. Monthly cash flow. Fixed versus variable expenses. How long they could sustain their life if income stopped tomorrow. Which spending categories creep up when no one's tracking them. This kind of awareness isn't exciting. It doesn't make good social media content. But here's what it does. It removes financial surprises from the equation. Most people get into trouble not because something catastrophic happened, but because they weren't watching closely enough. Future millionaires see volatility coming from further away, not because they're luckier, but because they've already run the math. When something breaks, it's uncomfortable, not catastrophic. That gap between uncomfortable and catastrophic is entirely built out of boring spreadsheet attention, and it's worth more than most investments. Number 4, they stop outsourcing their financial judgment. Early on, most people ask around. Friends, family, co-workers, people who make similar money and share similar complaints. Future millionaires eventually notice something that changes everything. Most of the advice they receive is just someone else's fear with better packaging. People don't tell you what's optimal, they tell you what would make them comfortable, what wouldn't threaten their own choices, what wouldn't require them to question themselves. So over time, future millionaires start filtering. They stop explaining why they're not upgrading yet. Stop defending decisions that don't require defending. Stop engaging with criticism from people who have no exposure to their actual situation. It's not arrogance, it's pattern recognition. The loudest opinions usually come from the lowest stakes. Number 5, they spend heavily, but only on things most people overlook. This one confuses people from the outside. A future millionaire will hesitate on a restaurant meal, keep their phone for 3 years, never touch the car upgrade conversation, and then drop real money on something that doesn't even photograph well. A specialized course, software that saves 12 hours a month, a coach for a specific skill gap, a system that runs without their constant attention. People call this inconsistent. It isn't. It's completely coherent once you understand their framework. They aren't spending to feel something. They're spending to remove friction from the path forward. Every purchase gets run through a filter. Will this create more capacity, more leverage, more time, or more earning ceiling? If yes, it's not an expense. It's infrastructure. The things they don't buy are just as intentional as the things they do. Number 6, they hold themselves to uncomfortable honesty. This is the one most people skip because it's the least comfortable to sit with. The reason most people don't build wealth isn't a lack of information. It's a consistent, quiet habit of lying to themselves in ways that feel reasonable. Rebranding impulsive decisions as bold moves. Calling avoidance a strategy. Describing distraction as research. Future millionaires break that loop early. When something isn't working, they don't ask who's responsible. They ask what they're doing that's contributing to the problem. That shift, from external blame to internal audit, sounds small. It is not small. It's the difference between problems that stay invisible and problems that get fixed. It's what makes their trajectory actually correctable in real time instead of something they look back on with regret. Number 7, they build systems instead of writing motivation. Goals are just declarations. Systems are what actually produce outcomes. Future millionaires have figured out that motivation is unreliable as a mechanism. It spikes, it disappears, it responds to mood and energy and circumstance. Systems don't care about any of that. Automated transfers that move money before it can be spent. Default investment allocations that don't require a decision each month. Routines that execute whether it's a good week or a brutal one. The result is progress that accumulates in the background while other people wait to feel ready. Systems also absorb volatility in a way goals never can. When markets drop, the system keeps operating. When life gets complicated, the structure holds. The goal was always to remove themselves from the equation as much as possible. The less it depends on how they feel today, the more it compounds. Number 8, they spend more energy on protection than projection. While most people build mental movies of what success will look like, future millionaires are more interested in a different question. What could interrupt this? Not from anxiety, from responsibility. They've accepted that life will introduce friction, income shifts, unexpected costs, market corrections, timing problems. So instead of being caught off guard, they engineer buffers in advance. Emergency funds before lifestyle upgrades, income diversification before spending expansion, conservative positioning before aggressive growth moves. The philosophy is simple. If one bad stretch can wipe out 5 years of progress, you weren't building wealth. You were performing it. Survival isn't the absence of ambition. It's what makes ambition sustainable. Number 9, they go quiet when everyone else starts panicking. This one is almost eerie to watch. When economic conditions get ugly, layoffs, rate shocks, market corrections, bad headlines, future millionaires get noticeably calmer. Not because they don't notice, not because they're immune, but because they've already thought through the scenarios. They already know what breaks first and at what threshold. When fear shows up, it doesn't find anything to attach to, because the preparation already happened. And while people around them are making emotional decisions, selling to stop the pain, freezing to avoid the uncertainty, reacting to things that don't actually affect their position, future millionaires are holding. Sometimes doing nothing is the most advanced move in the room. The calm is earned. It's the output of every boring number tracked, every patient decision made, every downside mapped in advance. Number 10, they accept that wealth building mostly doesn't feel like anything special. This is the final filter, and it eliminates most people. Real wealth accumulation, the actual process, is quiet, slow, and largely unremarkable in the moment. No dopamine surge when the transfer clears. No applause for staying the course. No visible progress most months. Just compounding, working silently in the background while life continues. The people who build real wealth aren't chasing a feeling. They've stopped needing the financial journey to feel exciting. They're building a result, and that tolerance for quiet, boring, consistent progress over time, that's the actual edge. Not a strategy, not a secret, not an algorithm. The willingness to stay in the game long after it stopped feeling like a game. If you made it through all 10 and recognized yourself in most of them, you're already operating differently than most people around you. That's worth something. Know in the comments what you have gained from this video so that we can improve and keep doing that better. Don't forget to share this video with your loved ones who will get some insights, because one video is enough to give people enough ideas to change their lives. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.